Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What we know is the Conservative EI changes are an attack on seasonal workers, and they're meant to drive down workers' wages. And this government's attack on coastal communities continues. They're so out of touch that now we see bonuses being handed out to ACOA executives while that agency cancels support for community economic development. ACOA has already cut dozens of staff and programs meant to help Atlantic communities. How can this minister be so tone-deaf to the interests of Atlantic Canadians, and why won't he stand up for coastal communities?
The Honourable Minister of State.
Member ought to know that the law provides clearly that ministers do not have discretionary authority over at-risk pay for public service executive. And if he wants to talk about ACOA, let's talk about ACOA and the work it does in Atlantic Canada. We remain focused on creating jobs, economic growth, and long-term prosperity. And, for example, the Naval Action Plan helps small and medium-sized enterprises throughout all of Atlantic Canada to take benefit of a $33 billion initiative, the National Shipbuilding Procurement Strategy that will create...
The Honourable Member for Dartmouth, Cole Harbour.
Mr. Speaker, Conservatives are simply failing Atlantic Canadians, and now they're undermining our livelihood with their attack on fishery protection. Former fisheries ministers, including two Conservatives, are condemning this government's proposals. How do the Conservatives respond? They accuse former Minister Sidden of not reading the bill. Wrong again. He not only read the bill, he renamed some of these reckless clauses. Clause 147 is the let them off lightly clause. 150, it's the minister cops out clause. Why is this government ramming through changes that will harm our fisheries and our coastal communities?
The Honourable Prime Minister and Minister of Fisheries.